How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to do a video on some of my favorite defense ammo and practice ammo for 10 millimeter. Today's video is just going to be strictly 10 mil. It's one of my favorite heavy auto, semi-auto calibers. I mean, it's really got everything you need. You know, a decently sized package. I mean, you get 15 rounds in this bad boy. You get 8 rounds in this bad boy. So it can definitely handle anything it needs to, at least on the North American continent. I mean, as far as like bear, mountain lion, you know. But these are some of my favorite loads. I like Underwood and the high performance. These are some of my favorite personal defense. This is what's loaded up in these guns when I go. I actually carry them out, which they're unloaded for the video, of course, because heaven forbid, safety people in this YouTube are crazy. Anyway, these are 135 grain. These are cruising about 1,600 feet per second. And if you can't tell, I really like 6 boxes of these. Now this is what I would use for a bear defense option, or you know, if you need to punch through something. Now this is the what they call the extreme penetrator. This is 140 grain. Focus there. 140 grain. It's 1,500 feet per second. And these are pretty cool looking. These are 100%. I think they're 100% brass. And they're milled, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe 100% copper. I can't remember. I think it's 100% copper. But these are real good. And I also have the Extreme Hunter, and these are milled just a little different. They got more of a point. If you can see right here, it's more of a almost like teeth coming up. So you know, if I was going to use this for like a bear defense, this would also be a great round to send flying at an unwanted visitor to your camp or on a hiking trail, or basically if he's hungry and you're in his line of sight. So these Extreme Hunters are cruising at 1,425 feet per second. That's hauling some serious rear end there. It's moving. I've got 3 boxes of those. Now another I like to run in the 1911, the 155 grains, because they're not as hot. These 135s are pretty hot, and I'd have to increase the power on that spring on this gun to really shoot these because they're so powerful. I usually just run them in the Glock. You know, it's longer slide. You know, I'm not as much worried about anything getting overran or cycling too fast. But 155, and then the 180 is another, and there's actually a decent Sig Sauer offering in the 180s too that I like. I've been using these, and they're not too bad on the price. These are 1,250 feet per second. And these are the V Crown. It's pretty nice stuff. 180 grain. But these are great for like self-defense. Man, even hunting, if you want to hunt with that round, that's perfect. It's got power. It's got plenty of feet per second. And then, of course, the Underwood. And this is the bonded jacketed hollow point. And it's 1,300 feet per second. So Sig is just a little bit behind Underwood. But not enough to really matter. 50 feet per second. I mean, that's not really too bad. So that's some of my high end, 10 millimeter. Now, what I like to plink with is a couple brands. Cellar Bellet. They're pretty cheap. This is loaded. It's pretty slow. It's like 1,050 feet per second. It's basically 40 cal 10 mil. I mean, it's what. It is what it is. Most manufacturers don't load 10 mil hot factory wise. Sig being one that actually will load some hot 10 mil. Underwood, Buffalo Bore, who else? Double Tap does also. Those would be the 3, the 4, I guess. Sig on their V Crown stuff is really good. Underwood, of course. Buffalo Bore and Double Tap are like the top as far as you want full horsepower real live 10 millimeter. Those are the brands I would go with. You just want some plinking stuff. This PPU stuff, it's not too bad. It's still pretty slow. It's like, I think if I remember right, I think it's like barely 1100 feet per second. It's nothing crazy. And then they have like a defense line with their jacketed hollow point. If you want some plinking stuff, the stuff you can pick it up pretty cheap. For 10 millimeter cheap. It's not. That's kind of an oxymoron, but that's some decent stuff if you want to see how your gun cycles with, some softer recoiling 10 mil. This stuff here is pretty decent for, if you don't want some, full horsepower, you just want some decent. These are decent loads for 10 mil. This is good stuff. But by far, some of the cheapest stuff is this here, if you can catch it on sale. As a matter of fact, there's a couple places right now that's selling, I think it's Texas Ammo. It's got 10 mil for like $19 a box right now. It's a sale. I seen them advertised this morning, I think, or yesterday. So there's some pretty cheap 10 mil out there right now if you want to stock up. And I always tell everybody to make sure you store it in an ammo can. Try not to leave it out. If it ain't loaded in one of these, keep it in this. Stuff it in an ammo can. Put it somewhere where it's not damp or wet. Keep it out of the sun. And that's kind of my video. Thanks for watching. And I'll do a video here real quick on this Glock since I keep showing it and never talk about it. But thanks for watching, everybody.